Yeah, and not only that, they were helping each other on defense too. You know, the defensive assignments looked good in the second half. They were covering for each other, switching on pick and rolls, and just being, pests in the lane. And that's where the Wolves were living in the first half. You see it here. I mean, Wright was able to get pretty much anything he wanted. He didn't score a lot, but he was able to facilitate everybody else scoring. You see Chimunga just being a monster. He had 3 big dunks on the day. I loved his game. It was fun to watch him play. I'm looking forward to seeing him play again on Monday.
Didn't see a lot of him in the second half, did we?
No, I think both teams went away from the big men in the second half, and honestly, that favored the Crews.
Yeah, I think you're right. We saw Czech Yallo and his points there. And then a lot of second chance opportunities we saw here, and the big momentum shift early with Miller, who was the high scorer in this game and did a lot of everything.
Yeah, Miller is an above-the-rim type player, very athletic, smart, can assist there. He did it all, and I love the backcourt of Iowa.
Miller ends up with 20 points and 10 rebounds and double-double for him. And again, we just saw the inside presence, but things really changed a little bit in that third quarter, fourth quarter. You sense things are starting to go away, but Iowa really got hot from downtown for a long stretch.
Yeah, and that was the guy that was breaking their back all night. I'm talking about Brandon Sampson. I mean, the only fault in his game was from the free throw line, but when they needed clutch baskets, he hit the big three-pointer when they first went down by a point, and then he was able to hit another layup to put them even further in the lead in overtime. So he's their clutch player.
And for the Crews, there was no doubt the clutch player late was Mr. Walton. He was able to get things rolling, not only taking it to the rim, but setting guys up and also hitting that three-pointer.
Yeah, and that's what he needs to do. I mean, it's nice to be unselfish. It's nice to be the facilitator. But, sometimes being a team player, you need to be a team leader. You need to put that on your back, and you need to be the guy that takes your team to that next level. And Walton has the skills. He's strong, he's smart, he's quick, and he plays great defense.
21 second-half points for Walton, but the Wolves would come back and surge late. This game would get to overtime, 117 all. And then at overtime, it was all Wolves. They outscore the Crews 8-0 stick in the end.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the short overtime. You get up by 4, and then all of a sudden they got to start fouling, and, next thing you know, you get this 8-0 overtime. But at the end of the day, it was a closer game than the scoreboard dictated. I don't think the Crews should have lost by 8 points, maybe 1 or 2. But they also could have gotten blown out by 21. So the fight in this game, I'm confident moving forward with this performance tonight.